That's us, ladies and gentlemen,
hmm
boys and girls, children of all ages. It's your boy MWS, and this is the remote edition of the Prime Time with BM podcast.
It sure is. We are in jail.
It's your boy MWS, Michael Armstrong here with the one, the only Braden Miller. Um, yeah, we were both. It's people were asking me last week. They're like, "How did you guys get away from the dinosaurs?" And I was like, well, it turns out the dinosaurs are made of plutonium.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one can dispute that.
hmm
No one has access to a dinosaur to tell me that I'm right.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs are comprised primarily of plutonium. We were able to use that and get the hell out of there.
And then unfortunately, we ended up in the Civil War, the Spanish Civil War, and we turned out that I don't know, how do we find plutonium to get out of there?
What's that?
Did we even find plutonium to get out of there, or
We
did
had
we get
some
put
extra
in jail?
dinosaur bones or dinosaur flesh. This is the we went game hunting for some dinosaurs. Packed the
hmm
trunk full of dinosaur carcasses.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I started giving people in the 30s. I started giving them like antibiotics and AR-15s and stuff. And Time Lords came to arrest us for
Yep.
screwing with time. They don't like that. Um,
Yeah.
so we're in our holding cells awaiting trial for screwing with time.
Yeah. So we've been separated. We
We've
have
been
been
separated for
separated.
this week. So we're gonna
Yeah.
do probably a shorter podcast today because we don't have that much time and we don't
Yeah.
have it before our trials and what have you. So,
hmm
I got a man who got paid,
I
Jared
have like,
Butler. He signed a 1 year, $2.46 million contract with the Phoenix Suns.
let's see, what do I have with my contracts? I have, let me pull up my notes for a quick second. I believe I have with, I have George, Gee, I have George Karloftis, 4 year, $93 million extension with the Chiefs, with $62 million guaranteed. I have Josh Okogie, 1 year, $3 million contract with the Rockets. Marcus Smart, buyout with the Wizards, and then signed a 2 year, $10 million contract with the Lakers. And then Chris Paul, 1 year, $3 million contract with the Clippers.
Chris Paul went back to the Clippers.
Yep. And
One
let me
year,
just
three
share,
million.
yep. Let me just share something with you. Try to find it. So CP. So Chris Paul is 40 years old. Brooke Lopez is 37 years old. Batum is 36. James Harden's 35. Kawhi Leonard's 34. Uh, Bogdanovich is 32. Bradley Beal is 32. And Chris Dunn is 31.
This is the Clippers.
Yep.
So is that the every person on their team?
That's not every person, but it's
Do they
about half
have
the
anyone under the age of 30 on their team?
probably their draft pick this year, but wouldn't be
Yeah,
shocked if
but
that
that
person's
yeah,
still.
that is one old team though, isn't it?
Yeah.
NBA standards, particularly, it's a pretty old team.
NBA standards, you should at least have like 130, 130, like 132-year old on the team. But that guy should be like sixth or seventh man on the bench.
You always got to have an old guy on the team.
Yeah, to carry you with veteranship, but this is just Team Veteran. This is Team Veterans Day.
So yeah, I guess one of the bigger stories this week in a slow news week was Jeff Teague on LeBron James.
Yep.
I think he backtracked this and said it was just more of a joke. But
Yeah.
he said he was on steroids, bro. He had to sit out because he was on steroids, allegedly.
Yeah.
They started
Yep.
testing for HGH and he had to sit out. He said his back was hurting and he sat out for 3 weeks and then came back skinny.
And he also said he'd take Paolo Banchero over Victor Wembanyama. And he said the reason I say he's better than Wemby is because Wemby ain't really did nothing. We just like Wemby because he's a freak. He's a phenomenal player, but I'm just gonna go with what I see.
I mean, he probably would have won Defensive Player of the Year had he played. If you extrapolate his stats for the rest of the season, had he played the entire
Yeah.
year, he probably would have won Defensive Player of the Year, wouldn't he? We'll never know.
I mean, I don't
Uh,
know. Evan Mobley, I'm pretty sure Draymond would have won it probably if it wasn't Evan Mobley this year, it would have been Draymond.
who's yeah, very Draymond was like the odds-on favorite. All right, let me play this, and this might.
Yes.
I want to say I'm not sure what this is going to sound like. There might be viewer discretion advised.
What?
All right.
Why don't you like this? Oh, what?
You can't hear this, can you? It's because Shaq
I can.
is so low. It's because it talks like this. You can hear.
Yeah,
All right.
repeat what he says in your Shaq accent.
Um, Shaq on Rudy Gobert. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop him, okay? I fucking hate
Oh
Rudy
yeah.
Gobert. If Gobert gets into the Hall of Fame, I'll wear this dress
Right.
to the mother bleeping ceremony. So he's
Um,
basically just he's taking it out on Rudy Gobert. Says he sucks.
mhm.
Doesn't deserve any of the money. Doesn't deserve those
So
defensive players.
you want to do your you have finger wag of shame?
Yeah, I got a few.
I, you
All
have a
right,
few. I only have one.
let's start. Um, well, I'll just get this out of the way. Shannon Sharp, rape accuser, settled bombshell lawsuit. Um, and the I don't know. I think it was the judge behind the case. I'm not sure. Might have been somebody else, but said you can't delete any of those naughty videos because those are evidence, and I need to watch them extensively, even though the trial is over. Anyways, that's just a big finger wag of shame to all involved. But all right, so
Yeah.
my one of my finger wags goes to July 1st, Browns secure 600 million in public funding for their new proposed
Yeah.
stadium. July 3rd, 3 days later, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam closes on a $25 million Florida mansion. So
Uh,
congratulations, Browns fans. Among other things, your taxpayers are going to this guy's $25 million mansion in a different state. Thanks, everyone. If you want to know what a draft looks like, that's it. It's
so my
that's a
finger
disgrace. That's a literal disgrace.
that's you're taking it from your sports community and using it to buy your stuff. That's what we like to call greedy.
You're quite literally taking food out of needy children's, not just children, but the kids that really need it. You're taking food out of their mouths
Yeah.
because you're a sociopath and a monster, allegedly. But yeah, screw him.
Yep.
I,
Finger
I
wag.
got another one.
Yes.
NYC pawn shop owner pleads guilty to his role in burglary of NFL star Joe Burrow's home and other.
Yeah.
So that's for you, pawn shop owner. You're going to jail.
Yeah. Shaq. Why?
You're going to
I
give
mean,
them
I
the same
guess
cell they gave to OJ.
if you can't convince them to sell it, they're because you're gonna get something very rich. Why can't you just go as a pawn shop owner and say, "Oh yeah, we probably give you like $800 for that on already a $1,000 prize." So they already undersell you on very much paid, high paid pawn shops. Why is it? Why are you stealing from houses if you have the ability to sway people?
Well, I think with the idea, I'm not sure what it was, but he probably was like, hey, if you happen to rob Joe Burrow's house and you happen to bring me a bunch of items, well, I don't know where they came from. I'll buy them from you. Wink, wink.
Yeah, yeah. I'll take $800. So
Uh, yeah, go ahead.
my finger wag of shame belongs to Chase Calicut, a four-star Georgia recruit arrested and charged in violent driving incident. And so, in the words of a article that was made by On Free, it says Fox 26 has reported this, and it also provided a description of what occurred during the incident that took place. Two people, a 17-year-old boy and a 17-year-old girl, were in a different car when Callicut's vehicle pulled up behind them. Reports say Callicut sped ahead before hitting the brakes and forcing the other car to avoid a collision. According to Fox 26, um, four-star safety commit Chase Callicut has been arrested. Callicut, alongside Isaiah Phillip, has two charges against his name after a violent driving incident. This comes just weeks after Callicut announced he would play his college football in Athens. Two Houston area teens are accused in a violent driving incident involving two other teens they know from school, according to court documents. Fox 26 in Houston said Chase Zion Wade Callicut, 17, and Isaiah Bryce Phillip, 17, have each been charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Records show the teen drove her. Um, the teen drove around Callicut's car and tried to get away, but Callicut pulled up next to him, court's documents alleged. Fox 26's report said. Callicut was allegedly driving erratically in front of and alongside the teen, and the teen saw Phillip in Callicut's car with a handgun pointed towards him. The teen was able to make a U-turn and drive away from Callicut's car, but then he heard several gunshots, according to court documents. A friend driving behind the teen reported that he saw Phillip shooting out of the window as they drove away. Um, Callicut plays high school football at Galena Park North Shore, where he is a four-star prospect. He was a number 152nd overall recruit in the 2026 cycle, according to Rivals Industry Ranking, a weighted average that utilizes all four major recruiting media companies. The Michigan Wolverines and Texas Longhorns were considered finalists for Callicut. Ultimately, Georgia emerged as a winner and Texas finished as the runner-up. At the time, a big win for head coach Kirby Smart as he continues to go head-to-head with Steve Sarkisian, the Texas coach, on the recruiting trail. And then, as usual, Georgia is putting together one of the best classes in the country. As of Tuesday, the Bulldogs hold the number 2 class per the Rivals Industry Team rankings. Callicut is one of the 13 members who rank inside the top 200, headlined by five-star plus quarterback Jared Curtis. A nice group for Smart to be to this point of cycle.
All right, yeah, it sounds like real scumbag behavior to me.
I mean, I feel like it's more like it's more Isaiah Phillip, but hey, you're in the car too, so you're also making mistakes at the same time. It's more his friend, but it's also, yeah, you're in the car with your friend too, so you
You
can't be
know, oh, sorry, go ahead.
you can't judge and say like, hey, my friend was the one that used the firearm. Okay, yeah, but you were driving him around. You crashed. You were butting heads with the other teenager's car.
Well, I mean, if you kill somebody, you're an accessory to murder, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's a bummer. So I was looking at it, your boy Quentin
Yep.
Johnston, you know that guy?
I do.
How do you think he's doing in training camp?
I heard some stuff. I don't know if he's catching balls or not. Is he?
Just dropping them.
Uh,
So
so listen,
everybody beware, because it's not looking any better for Quentin Johnston.
he's always had the slogan Quentin Dropston. That's always been his nickname.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, if he doesn't do well this season, like if he catches 50 more balls than he's supposed to, then that's an okay season for Chargers fans.
This is
Because
the make or break season for Quentin
if he
Johnston.
has 100 targets and catches about maybe 80 of them, that might be good for the Chargers. Considering I don't think there's been a season where his targets, I think he's caught 30 less targets. So if he had 100 targets, he'd catch like 70 or 71 balls. He wouldn't like he barely went up. He would always just be, yeah, that guy.
Let's see if we
Back.
can hear this. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this. Yeah, that's the Lions players debating whether or not the ocean is cleaner than the earth. Um,
Yeah, so I'm pulling up.
Jameson Williams believes that the ocean is a dirty place.
Yeah, so I'm pulling it up for
And then
it's
he
Quentin
references the
Johnston.
Antarctica Ocean.
You mean the Arctic Ocean?
Yeah, they're so yeah.
Jameson,
There's a
it's
reason
okay.
they
You
play
spend more
football,
time
folks.
driving. So Quentin Johnston, in his rookie season, he had 67 targets and caught 38 balls. And then this past season, he had 91 targets and only caught 55 of them. So that's again why I say like get 100 targets and catch 80 of them. Just find a way to not like look sloppy.
So that's about all I got. You got anything else?
I have a hang 'em high.
All right, let's go.
So it
Like I
is
said, it's gonna be a mini episode today. And next week
Jimmy Graham.
we're gonna come at you hard.
We are.
We're gonna have a double sized, double stuffed episode
People
next week.
people come and go, but right now they just want to come. Anyway, hang 'em high, Jimmy Graham. He was picked in the third round, 95th overall in 2010, and he ended up becoming one of the best tight ends of the 2010s and had the most receptions of any tight end in that era. And that might be surprising because you think like, oh, like Vernon Davis, Greg Olson, Rob Gronkowski. But no, it was Jimmy Graham.
That's a good
And
stat.
and he ended up like trade and he started with the Saints. He traded and then he was traded, I believe, to the Seahawks. then left in free agency to go to the Packers, then was traded to the Bears, and then retired back with the Saints. At the end of his career, he finished with 719 receptions, 8,545 yards, which is about 11.9 yards per catch, and 89 touchdowns. So he could go down as that's pretty good tight end stats. It
The Hall
wasn't,
of Famer,
I don't know. I mean,
borderline, huh?
I'd say probably not, but I don't know. He's
I'd
picked out
say
of
I'd say
Miami.
he's probably going in, but that's because the NFL Hall of Fame is pretty weak.
He's had about, let's see, so Gronk has about 1,000 yards more than him. I believe Gronk doesn't have 10,000, but he has 9,000. So I think Gronk's guaranteed. So if Gronk's guaranteed,
Yeah.
then I think you have to include Jimmy Graham in that conversation. Uh,
I will always remember him fondly. He was on some of my fantasy teams when he was in like his heyday, if
Packers,
you will.
yeah.
So yeah, he was the man for a minute there. For that, 4 or 5 seasons, kind of like Cooper Cup, where it's like you had 4 or 5 seasons, but they were like incredible seasons.
Let's hold a 10-second salute to honor our fallen comrades this week. Let's honor wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, died at 71 after a cardiac arrest on Wednesday.
Can I not
And
honor him then? Am I
what
allowed to do that? Am I allowed to not honor him?
might be, and it might be, some people can see that as, not good, but you still have to think like what he did for the wrestling industry is still what he did for the entire
Well, Jesse
sport
Ventura said that he was trying to unionize guys in the 80s. He was trying to start a union within professional wrestling. And
somewhat.
Hulk Hogan was instrumental in dismantling any efforts that they had of unionizing. So that's strike one against the old Hulkster there. Anyways, whatever.
And
I won't bemoan it.
and then you
He's
also
dead.
have
So there you
some
go.
someone who died on Monday at 77, Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay, I can
And
run with Ozzy.
he died at 77 about a few weeks after having his retirement tour. So that
No,
that's kind
days after the
of
last show.
so let's do a 10-second salute to honor
And
Stu.
also Malcolm Jamal Warner. Oh no, we lost Braden.
Oh,
Where'd he go? There he is.
I
We
think
got
my
him back.
phone
All
was
right.
too hot because I was going through notes and then I was going through my notes app, so I couldn't.
All
We
right, we're
didn't
running
lose
out of
me yet.
time.
We're going on trial yet, but
Oh,
I
we got
do.
10 minutes left. So all
Uh,
right, let's do our salute to these guys. Here's to you guys.
here's the Hulkster, and then let's also do. Unfortunately, Will Levis also needed shoulder surgery and will be sidelined for the full season of 2025.
No, I didn't hear
And
about that. That's why you wanted to do
yeah, I wanted to do the Mayo
Mayo.
and Coffee this week, but I feel like if we're gonna hopefully be pleaded not guilty
Yeah,
in about
we're incarcerated currently, so we're not able to do that.
in
But
about 2 hours, we will have our trial, and we got to make sure we
let
don't.
me ask you something here. Okay, let me see if you can see this. Can you just tell me what's he looking at? What is this guy looking at?
Be
What is,
wearing an what in the
what's he looking at?
I don't know. So
Doing some stuff. All right, that's all I got.
all right. Today in sports history, in 1956, Roberto Clemente became the first and still the only player to hit a walk-off inside the park grand slam to win 9-8 against the Cubs on the road.
Hell yeah. Walk off inside the park grand slam.
from Roberto.
I mean, I don't even
And
know if anybody who's done a an inside the park grand slam period, but clearly
I
it's gonna
mean,
be somebody.
let
Besides,
me let me ask you something. Does Marcus Smart on the Lakers, how much does that move you? Or does that make them top five?
no,
What
doesn't,
about what about the
doesn't do much for
Clippers?
me.
What about the Clippers getting Chris Paul? Does that make them
That does
top
even less
five?
for me. That does even less for me.
Does
The
Josh
Clippers are
Okogie
screwed. I
does
don't know
Josh
what.
does Josh Okogie on the bench make Houston a top two team with OKC? Meaning better than Denver and the Timberwolves?
No,
So what were you gonna say about the Clippers?
I think they're screwed.
I think they are. They got rid of, I mean, their prospects. I think they still have like, I don't know how old Zubac is. I think he's like the youngest starter on the team. Maybe he won't even be the starter next year because of Brooke Lopez.
Maybe.
But who knows? The trade of the week, Mariners receive Josh Naylor, and the Diamondbacks receive Braden Garcia. No, not Braden. Brandon Garcia and Ashton Izzy, who are the number 13 and number 16 prospects of Seattle. And they're both pitchers. So that's something Arizona was chasing during the deadline. If they were trading any stars, they're trading for pitchers, definitely. And so I think that's why people have been saying, oh, Josh Naylor could go to Seattle. Josh Naylor might go to Seattle. Eugenio Suarez can go to Seattle. So who
Well,
knows?
yeah,
Gino,
Eugenio Suarez, the Mariners were said to have been looking for. They were number one looking for a third baseman.
yeah, I
Same
think
thing
the
the Tigers are
Yankees.
looking for. So
I think the Yankees are still calling for Gino, which I mean, I could see because they let go of DJ LeMahieu. So maybe I could see
they're
Eugenio
looking for a
Suarez.
third baseman, yeah. And then everybody's looking for extra arms. So it's basically what the Tigers need.
Yeah,
Tigers are struggling.
they really are. They beat the Rangers, and I
Lost
believe,
nine out
what
of
is it?
10.
3 game losing streak.
They may have lost 10 out of 11. I don't know, but yeah, nine
They
out of
might
10
have, honestly, because I think
after
they
last
lost six
night.
in a row.
They got their
Six in
ass
a
kicked
row.
last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gave up 11 runs last I checked.
they've,
So
they've lost at least 9 of the last 10. I know that.
yeah, 9 of 10, possibly 10 of 11.
Yep.
This has got to have to be their struggling period, and then we have to be done with that.
What? How about
Get
we talk
it?
about?
We knew they were going to struggle at some point.
Yeah, I mean, of course, All-Star break. They started having a bit of a problem at the like right before the All-Star break. We didn't know if that would translate until after, but who knows? Now, like the Brewers and the Yankees and the Cubs and the Mets, they're going back up on the power rankings, and they're. I mean, they still have a lead. It's still like they still have the lead of the AL Central, but it's getting lower and lower with every loss. It was at
Well, they
I
just
believe.
they've got a tough stretch coming up here
Yep.
against pretty decent teams, and Cleveland Ians, they don't really, they're playing some weak competition in the next 8 games. So,
Yeah. How about we talk about the people that we missed with contracts last week? And that's, Damian Lillard, 3 year, $42 million contract to return to the Trailblazers. And
yeah,
TJ
that
Watt,
happened just after we got off the air.
yeah, and TJ Watt, 3 year, $123 million extension with the Steelers. He is, as of this moment, the only player that has been that has become the highest non-paid quarterback more than one time, and that's probably going to
Oh, okay.
change.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
So he is the only person to have multiple times where he is the highest non-paid quarterback in NFL history at the time, because it's Now Hendrickson's going to be wanting more. Now, Michael Parson is going to be wanting more. You saw Jerry Jones. Just saw something where it was Jerry Jones. He in an interview he was talking about how like, oh, the hardest person I've ever had to sign a contract with was Michael Parson. I mean, I don't know why it's that hard. I mean, but we'll make sure we get it done.
All right, I think that's about it. I got a couple pieces of mail here, but I think it's better if we address them next week when you have more than 2 minutes worth of airtime to talk about them.
Yeah, how about here? Let me do Bo Outlaw. He was the player of the day. He was undrafted out of Houston in the 93 draft. He was picked up by the Clippers, played there for 4 seasons before going to Orlando, then moved to Phoenix and then Memphis. And then he became a role player. He never really was good, but he still got to play 15 seasons. So he played until like 2000, played until 2008. He had 914 games played, averaged 5.4 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, 1.6 assists per game, 1.3 blocks per game, 57.5 field goal percentage, 4,135 career points, 4,530 total rebounds. And his best season was with the Magic in 98 with 9.5 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, and 2.2 blocks per game, along with his career high, which is 29, was in the same year.
Well, that
So
guy
shout
was a
out
really
Bo.
solid defensive player. That's how you play for 15 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and
Average
I
five
want to.
rebounds coming off the bench, and
There
you're
was
gonna be
two
able to play
blocks.
for
They
2 blocks
two
a game.
blocks a
Big.
game.
Yeah, I mean, well, that block average for his career is really good. He's
Average
almost
a yeah,
a
average a
block
block
game
a game.
over his career. So
That could just mean he
shout
was a
out to
bench
you,
guy.
brother.
Yeah, shout out Bo Outlaw. He's 54. He's a Houston College guy. So yeah, shout out Bo Outlaw.
He's still alive, right?
He should still be alive, hopefully.
Way to stay alive, bud. All
Hopefully,
right,
Bo.
there
Stay
goes his
alive.
camera again.
Bo
So,
Outlaw is 54 and is still alive.
all right, that's about it, folks.
Shout out Bo.
Bo, go Bo.
Bo. Bo, my video went off. But
Yeah.
Bo,
All
we
right, there
love
you go. All
you.
right, you're back. You're back just to say goodbye.
Yeah, the trial is just about to start.
Yeah. I
And
think
we
I got
gotta
them coming to drag me away right now. All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. Next week will be a normal episode, and again, it'll be twice as long to make up for
yeah.
our little video here today. All
Yep.
right. Thanks, folks. We
Thank
love
you
you.
guys. We love
I love
you.
you,
Bye.
bud.
Love you.
I
Love you,
love
Bo
you.
Outlaw.
All right.
Love you, Bo Outlaw. Love you, Will Levis. Love you all.
I'll put in the music. Bye.